Top, top, top of the top, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. This is Getting in the Green with Perfect Strangers. I'm your host. We're still not the most, man. Just Duro. Got the Green Hoodie legend over there doing his thing. Corey, the other host with the most. What's good, baby?
And not much, man. Rough day yesterday, but we digress, man. We digress. Rough one.
Bruh.
Lost
been
a
a rough
couple by a
playoff series.
hook. Lost some overs to some blowouts.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good day overall.
Yeah, man. It was playoffs has just not been good to me. I mean, we're still in the first round, right? It's a long playoff series here. But I've lost some games, man. I've lost. I'm just flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted, man. Games is crazy right now. What you change your mind about any of these teams?
Not really.
Yeah.
But this is what I was talking about, though. You know, they you get so caught up in game ones and nobody's getting swept. You know what I mean? Like now that New Orleans won, nobody's getting swept in this first round.
Yeah, man.
You know, and it's just like, yeah, this isn't 10 years ago NBA where the 8-1 is so far apart. Like, you know, these teams are good, man. Anybody can win on a given night, and it's tough to win 4 in a row against somebody.
Right.
So, you know,
right.
Adjustments are made. That's just a hard task to ask at this level. So, look, Phoenix, I mean, look, if Booker's hurt,
yeah,
they might have a problem on their hands. But
we've seen this before, man. I mean, you trying to. It's funny you say that, right? Because Booker, just losing Booker, I personally thought wasn't enough for the Pelicans to still beat the Suns. You know, but here we are. But he did get hurt. But that was also your man on fire. Bro put up 30 points in the first half.
Let's shoot. Atlanta could get swept. Nah.
They'll go back to ATL and win at least one.
They're going to win one at home, man. It took Jimmy dropping 45 to beat them in Miami last night.
Yeah. Yeah, that game was close.
They go home and their role players shoot better. Miami's role players don't shoot as well.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta's taking one at home.
Mm-hmm. They're going to take at least one. Yeah, if I'm right, 3:15 remaining. That game was 104-101, Doug.
Yeah. Oh, they were there, and they weren't shooting that good. Look at Trae Young's threes. I mean, the dude's like 1 for 20. He's going to get hot at home, man.
Stu say he was playing. No, we got you.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
I think we might get out of the first round. No sweeps, man.
That's funny, man. That's funny.
The way the season went, though, it just lines up, man.
Yeah. No, I honestly thought the team that'd get swept was going to be the Pelicans, without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. It would definitely be the Pelicans. I thought this would be a cakewalk. But here we are, man. Here we are. This is exactly why this is a professional sport, man. You never know. You do have some sorry teams and stuff like that. But seriously, man, it's crazy. It's crazy how things go down. With that said, about last night. Ball was good, man. Ball was good yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It really was. The Miami game was a good game. Atlanta, game 2, goes into Miami. So, basically stayed there. They got their ass clapped. They did. It was close. Jimmy Buckets gave you 45 of them.
He was balling, man.
He was balling. Hey, bro, when I saw Jimmy making threes, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Right? When I saw that, I'm like, okay, lights out. Lights out. Oh, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. Foster Bear strikes again. Yeah, 105 to 115. Atlanta loses that game. But yeah, I think Atlanta's going to get a game. Man, they just might even get 2 in Atlanta, bro.
That's gonna be a good series.
Yeah, they just might get 2, which is kind of funny. Kind of funny. Kind of funny. Game of the night, if you ask me, bro. Minnesota at Memphis. I think everybody listen. I should have stepped on it, bro. I should have stepped on that game. I should have stepped on that game. That was, the funny thing about that was that game was really fast. It was a fast game if you watched it. It was just points not being scored by Minnesota. They were going up and down the court.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw Jaren Jackson just making threes, the boy can shoot, man. I don't know if people know that, but he's got a shot. They were landing, man. And you saw a little timeout moment where Ja's dad and Cat's dad was kind of going back and forth. It was all playful and stuff like that. I thought it was funny, man. But yeah, Minnesota got their ass smacked.
That injury for Ja is gonna affect things though. He'll play, but that one hurts, man. You start to try and avoid getting hit there again.
Hey, man, he grittied on out of there though. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, they good. They won one at home.
Hey, Corey, I don't know if you recorded me at the house of Super Bowl. I was doing a gritty all over the goddamn kitchen.
No, I didn't get it on tape.
Yeah. 96 to 124, man. Memphis got him, bro. They got him. That was the Memphis I wanted to see. So, yeah, now you go to Minnesota, right? So you got to steal one of these games at Minnesota. Jackson gave you ball or gave you points. Xavier Tillman, he really, really, really helped out a lot, right? It's just they managed to play a good, fast game like Minnesota would want. And, Minnesota just couldn't cash in at all. Student saying I cashed the first quarter over 62, but the first 3 minutes had me scared. Yeah, man. 65 points in the first quarter. I mean, that was a good shit. That was good shit. I personally probably wouldn't have made that play because, it's just, you don't know in the playoffs. The funny thing is, it didn't even go over. The game didn't go over, man.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even close.
Closing line on that was 240, man. It did not even go over. Did not even go over at all. So, yeah. So then, we're going to talk about it. I don't know if there's bad juju when it comes to Chris Paul and Scott Foster. I don't know what that is, bro. I have no idea what that is. But he cannot win when Scott Foster is reffing the game at all. I read that. I don't even think it's folly, but I'm telling you, bro, 0 for 14. 0 for 14 in the playoffs. Now, maybe that's more Devin Booker being hurt, right? Maybe that's more the fact that Brandon Ingram gave you almost a 40 burger. But I had to turn off that game. And you're right, man, about these games kind of starting right on top of each other.
Yeah, it's not that.
Nah, man. I don't like that. It's only 3 games in the night. You can find a way. I mean, you've got these breaks and you're not, there's no travel going on or anything like that, man. You could find a way for these games to start, to where you're watching them. But even if you're
3:30, 5:30, 7:30,
yeah,
just stack them. It's a little early for some people for the first game, but
right.
Why you got people switching back and forth?
Yeah, I didn't like that. But I was watching the Miami game, and then from there, turn on the Minnesota game, and I was like, yeah. I mean, these are some good series that you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
These are some good series that you're seeing. So I totally get why you just can't stack these games. All right, so that was about last night, man. Great ball last night, if you ask me, for the exception of the goddamn Phoenix game. I didn't like it. But here we are. Games of the night, man. Brooklyn at Boston. Line on this is -3.5. Saw some 4s in some cases, right? Total on this game opened up at 228. It's now at 226. Eesh. Ben Simmons close to coming back here if Brooklyn can get their shit together. I'm telling you right now, man. I'm telling you right now. Brooklyn's going to still play their game. I believe this is where I'm going with this. I'm going to see where the line is now. 228. I believe it's low enough for Brooklyn to score over their team total in the first half. I think this is one of these games. I still like Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn, man, can win this game outright. It's crazy how short this line is, but I do like Brooklyn team total over in the first half. And I do like Brooklyn. Just haven't pulled the trigger on that one just yet. But I think this is a game Brooklyn can get. I honestly do. Who do you like here?
I like Boston, man. Brooklyn shot 46% from 3 last game, still lose.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie Irving, 39 points, they still lose. They just can't get stops when it matters, and it's hard to bet on a team like that. Everybody was getting buckets against them last game. Marcus Smart drops 20.
Yeah.
23 from Jaylen Brown, 31 from Tatum. Horford drops a 20 spot. I mean, they just kind of did what they wanted offensively. Now, defensively, they didn't have an answer for Kyrie and that 3-point shooting, but just part of me just feels like if Brooklyn was going to steal one here in Boston, that was the game they should have stole. I don't trust their defense. I wouldn't bet Boston here, but I do think Boston can get this one done.
I got to lean to the Brooklyn over 57 points in the first half. I like that. I think this is one of these games. I mean, they're a first half scoring team that in order for them to play Boston, they've got to just make these buckets. They really do. So maybe it's one of those things to where you say, the thing is I'm always listening to podcasts. I think I've made that known. Brooklyn's got to find a way to get other players involved. I mean, Seth Curry's a lockdown shooter, right? He can shoot the ball. Patty Mills can shoot the ball, right? So if you're just worried about Kyrie and Kevin Durant, man, kick that ball out, bro. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be your only scorers. So I think you're going to see more ball movement this game. And I think you'll see a little adjustment in the play, if you ask me.
I just don't think you're going to shoot any better than you shot, though. On the road.
Yeah, but what is
You're not shooting 50% from 3 again.
That's fine. That's fine. But if you look at that last game, Seth was 1 for 4 for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Right? 3 for 7. So he shot up 7 shots, right? Patty Mills shot up 1 shot, bro. 1 shot. You know what I'm saying? Brown shot up 3 shots. So I just think it's one of those things to where, and then you got Durant shooting up 24. You got Kyrie Irving shooting up 20. And you got even Goran Dragic shooting up 11. Andre Drummond worked the ball on the inside. I know he's a board getter, 3 for 4. I mean, I just think it's one of these games to where if you're going to win against Boston, you just got to get more people involved. And I think that's kind of what Steve is telling the team because they already know how to lock in on Kyrie. They already know how to lock in on Kevin Durant. You just got to get more people involved. Now, we have talked about how thin Brooklyn is, right? But don't tell me you can't kick the ball out to Patty Mills, kick the ball out to Seth Curry, right?
Do those guys shoot 60%? It's not like Kyrie, Durant, and these guys were inefficient when they were shooting, because that'd be a different story. Kyrie, 12 of 20. The dude shot 60%.
Right.
60% from 3.
Put up a 40 burger. Right.
So you're saying him passing the ball, they're going to score more points?
I believe in a way, I believe it's some of those. Yes.
Patty Mills is going to shoot 70%. That's what we're. I just like the guy was super efficient. So you only get 1 shot every time down the court. So if you want to take shots out of Kyrie and KD's hands to get these other guys rolling, like they got to shoot 60, 45%. Those aren't those guys.
I just think you have to get more people involved. That's just me.
I don't know. Boston's tough defensively, man.
They are. So if that's the case, we just got up and talked about sweeps, then Brooklyn's getting swept.
No, because they're going to shoot better at home.
How much better can you shoot than 60%, Corey?
As a team, they're going to shoot better at home. Role players play better on the road. I mean, at home.
We'll see. To your logic, you're saying no one's going to shoot. If Kyrie's shooting at 60%, then
You don't got to keep shooting.
I'm not saying that Kyrie don't shoot. I'm just saying you have to get other players involved. I mean, to go 1-for-1. I just think you have to get more people involved. That's just the only way I look at it. But Boston is a great defensive team. Brooklyn is a great offensive team. They cancel each other out. That's why I think right now, over 57 points in the first half is the look. If you look at that game, let me pull it up. Yeah. They gave you 61 in the first half.
Mm-hmm. Tie game, too. 61-61 last time.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't see how that stops. So I do like over first half for Brooklyn because at least I know that they're going to have scores. They're going to have scores. Sam is like, what up? Astute is like, Sam, what up? Next game on the slate, man, is Philly at Toronto. Man, this one is kind of scary, bro. This one here is scary. I don't know how I feel about this game because I was really riding Toronto. Right, last game you had Gary Trent go out with the sickness. Right, he's questionable. Scotty Barnes is doubtful, and maybe it's just because you don't have those set players that Philly just got lucky here. Right, they got lucky. This game right now, Philly -2. Total on this is 216.5. I believe this was at 218. 214.5. So this has gone up, actually. I'm not playing this game. Because at this point, the way Philly's playing, it's either going to be Philadelphia or nothing for me. Because you don't have your key players. I'm going to wait for the news to see if Gary Trent plays, but it shouldn't matter. We do have, I don't know, Toronto at home, maybe an advantage. Locke is like, what up? Haven't seen you in a minute, Locke. What's good with you, brother? Stu is saying, to me, another first half over because Toronto can't beat Philly. That's what it seems like right now. But I don't like this game. Probably won't play it. And I bet that Toronto game, that first game, Corey, and then I just haven't played them. I haven't. So
yeah, I mean, they're banged up.
Yeah.
I do think they get this done at home still, though. I probably won't bet this game, but you're going to see a different level here at home. I think Gary Trent plays. You probably won't see Scotty Barnes again, though.
But how do you go out for a COVID illness?
Huh?
Didn't he go out because of COVID related? Gary Trent.
Non-COVID illness. He played last game 10 minutes, though. He tried to fight through it. Another 2 days off. I got to assume he's going to be in there at least. Toronto will shoot better at home. Nick Nurse will have the team ready. I mean, their biggest problem is just they got to keep Embiid off the free throw line early.
That's
that just gets his rhythm, man. I mean, the guy shot 14 free throws in the first quarter last game.
Yeah. They talked about that referee too, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, though, the refs are there's a couple here. We've watched the highlights. Yeah. The OG Anunoby when Embiid just pushes his guy into OG and they take out Harden together.
Yeah.
And somehow we got a defensive foul on Toronto. That was just kind of the whole story of the game. Like, Philly just ends up at the free throw line. Astute, no Thybulle's big. Yeah, no Thybulle changes their rotation there.
Yeah, but that's more on the defensive end. But Astute is right about that. I don't know what's personal. Like, I got to look more into that. He's out for personal reasons.
No, you just can't get into Toronto. He's not vaccinated. Philly's rotation is going to have an issue with that, though, because we found out that Niang is pretty much unplayable. He can't guard anybody. The second he touches the floor, Toronto just attacks him with isolations. So you're down 2 guys in your rotation, really. And again, I just don't know. I don't think Harris and Maxey play as well on the road. I think you get a little bit more out of these guys on Toronto. I think it's a close game. I wouldn't be betting this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Toronto, I mean, you got to dig deep also. This is pretty much a must win for the Raptors. I think they squeak one out here, man. I think it's a close game, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think Tybo is just to me. I think we talked about it too, to where he's a good player. He just can't consistently make buckets, right?
Yeah.
A student saying he can shoot. He might be. I think he's more of a defender.
Honestly, I mean, this probably helped him in the long run because they took him out of the starting lineup even at home now because of his COVID situation. I think they're just a better team with him off the bench.
Yeah. Next game we have, man, Chicago at Milwaukee. Total in this game is 225. Hasn't gone anywhere.
Oh, Dieng can shoot. Yeah, he can shoot. But you got to be able to get a stop, man. They scored like 8 possessions in a row on that guy, and he hit 1-3 to make up for it.
Line on this game for Chicago at Milwaukee is -10. That moved from -9.5. For Milwaukee, Bobby Portis is probable. Right. Hill is out. Abdominal. Thomas is out for the Bulls. His leg. If the Bulls are going to get a game, they better try real hard. But they just can't beat these top tier teams. Milwaukee knows it. I mean, this line is extremely high. I need to look more into this game. Right. I don't want to get fooled like I did on my Pelicans yesterday. This one here, it just seems like the Bulls should get routed. If anything, they'll be competitive in the first 2 quarters. I don't know. Maybe look at Chicago first half. But we know how good the Bucks are first quarter, first half. I don't want any smoke in the game. I'll be honest with you. I'll look into this just to see if I can try to find some money out of it. But this isn't a game I'm going to run to the window for. Right? If anything, Milwaukee should just blow these guys out. Bottom line. The way they're playing. We saw this coming, right? But if we're looking at a game that if Chicago isn't going to get swept, they're going to probably lose this game by a lot and go home to Chicago and maybe win a game, right? But this game here, I got to look more into the numbers. I don't like this game, just to be honest with you. I don't like this game at all. Who do you like here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking Chicago +10 here. They covered game 1. They shot 18% from 3, still cover. It's an ugly, I mean, neither team gets to the when the Bucks let them come back. It's tough though, because the first game was just a one-off. Both teams shot atrocious, Milwaukee included.
Mm-hmm.
You're not keeping Milwaukee into the century mark twice. It's not going to happen. So if Milwaukee starts shooting, they get rolling. We know Chicago can't keep up.
Milwaukee's not shooting 26% from the 3.
No, but I mean, on the other side though, Chicago's not shooting 18% again either.
Yeah, very true.
I think we're going to get a looser game, a little more pace. I don't think it goes over, but I think we get a little more pace. I think this one, I don't know. I got Bucks by like 8, 9, somewhere in there.
That's just yeah.
I think a double-digit spread's a little wide for a playoff game, especially game 2. Generally leans a little more towards the road team. Yeah, 10's a little wide, but I think Milwaukee gets this one done at home again.
Yeah. I mean, it's Milwaukee at home, but yeah, I mean, they shot even terrible from the free throw line. What were they? Yeah, 65%, bro. Just bad. I don't think a student, in my opinion, I don't think they have a shooting night like that again. I don't know if they just took it easy on them. I mean, they've already played 4 times in the regular season, right? It's not like these guys don't know each other. Yeah, 5th, 22nd, March, January. Yeah, these guys played 4 times in the regular season already, and Milwaukee got them every time. So it's one of those things to where it is the playoffs. It is a different kind of ball, but yeah, I don't. If Chicago has a shot, it won't happen in Milwaukee. So maybe this is a number I shouldn't be afraid of. I just got to look deeper into the numbers here. I don't have any smoke that I want to be a part of in this game right now. I really don't. But if you're making me have to play this game, right? I'm going to look at some early plays or just say fuck it, take this full game. Only reason why I'm not looking at full game now is because of what Phoenix Suns did yesterday. Bottom line, these large spreads are covered, or seem like they're being covered at the last minute. It's what it seems like at the last minute. For the exception of maybe Minnesota, they did what they did. They did what they did yesterday. They just laid a complete egg. So we will see, man. We will absolutely see. All right, man. Let's get into our leans for today.
Hey, yo, I woke up, I'm not dead. Smoked up, got out of bed. Gotta see the green, otherwise I see a lot of red. Watching what I say around some of y'all.
Right now, my only lean that I have, to be honest with you, is going to be Brooklyn team total over 57. First half, over 57. I believe that type of game doesn't change. Line on this is really, really, really short. Right? Spread on it is short. Line total on this is I don't know, but I do like team total over 57 for the Brooklyn Nets. What's your lean?
Man, it's not going to be a big betting day for me, but I do think probably just the over-under in that Boston-Brooklyn game, 116.
Yeah.
First half's probably my look. But even that's tough, man. Probably throw it on a parlay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's just not one of those days where I'm running to the window for anything.
You're right. You goddamn right. You goddamn right, bro.
You know, I feel good about who's going to win the games, but the lines are kind of nothing's guaranteed. I don't trust the Bucks. They're suspect, random. Yeah, yes and no, man. I think you caught the Bucks on the worst day possible there. They scored 96 points or something ridiculous. So
yeah, 93.
93 points.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like when a team gives you that kind of performance, if you can't get them on that night, it's going to be tough sledding. But yeah, so I mean, lean probably the over first half, Boston, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's about it though, man.
All right. Official picks.
Hey, yo, I woke up, I'm not dead. Smoked up, got out of bed. Gotta see the green, otherwise I see a lot of red. Watching what I say around some of y'all.
I think, like I said, I'm going to look at some numbers here. I'm not like we're both. I'm glad. I think yesterday was the first day that we were on the same page and lost that, but I'm glad we're on the same page about not rushing to the window here. Right. But I think I'll turn that Brooklyn. That's a heavy lean that may become official. But for right now, nothing official for me. And it looks like nothing for you, right?
Yeah, I got nothing yet.
Okay. All right, man. So that is the show, Getting in the Green with the Perfect Strangers. Make sure you like and subscribe to the both of us. All the information's down there. Follow us on the Twitterverse. On the Twitter machine, follow us. Make sure you like us there too. We put our picks on the Twitterverse. We put our picks on there, man. And that is the show for today. We got a couple of games on tomorrow as well, man. Let's try to get in the green. But as we always say, we appreciate you and thank you.